There's a hidden gem off River Road that's certain to put a bright spot in your day. The McKee Beshers sunflower fields in Poolesville are in full bloom. And photographers, artists, and tourists are making this spot a top summer destination. And surprisingly, it's been around for decades.
I've never known that. I mean, we've lived here 36 years. I don't know how many years they started this, but I've
First
never
time
known
we've been here.
We've been planting sunflower fields on this property since the state has owned it. Back in the 60s, early 70s, I believe, is when the state started purchasing it. The sunflowers are planted to attract doves and other wildlife, primarily doves, for the mourning dove hunting season that begins in September.
But thanks to social media, the sunflower fields have exploded in popularity. The stunningly beautiful blooms are in full glory from mid-July until early August.
You really get into the close-ups of these. It's amazing the symmetry inside of these sunflowers.
Nature lovers and photographers make the trek out to Poolesville to capture the golden hues.
I used to live in Poolesville years ago, but I didn't realize this field was here. I live in Frederick now, and I have a friend that still lives down here, and they actually texted me yesterday and said, you better get down there in prime time now. And so I'm here.
Actually, I came last year with my mom. Ben hasn't come yet, and it's just so special that I wanted him to have a chance to see it and get maybe some good photo ops.
It's a lot more vast than I was expecting. You know, having a little bit of height helps you see a little bit more than others. But.
Yeah. When did you first see it on social media?
I would say last year. It was really big hit last year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't make it out last summer?
No.
So you got here this year.
Yeah, we want to go on our summer bucket list.
The McKee Beshers Wildlife Management Area is a 2,000-acre tract in Poolesville. It's a mix of woodlands, fields, and wetlands. Though aesthetically beautiful, the sunflowers are illegal to pick and serve as food for wildlife species in the area, particularly mourning doves.
Right now, it's primary pollinators, so some insects that are using these fields heavily. As the sunflowers mature and the seeds start to dry out, then some other things, goldfinches and other small seed-eating birds will come in. And then later in August, once they've matured completely, we will actually come through with a tractor and a mower and mow strips through here to knock the seed down on the ground. Where some of the other seed-eating birds, primarily mourning doves that don't feed when they're up on the stalk, can access the seeds and feed on them.
Ann Schaefer is a painter who has been coming to the sunflower fields for 5 years.
It makes you happy just to see it, and the colors are great. I love yellows and lavenders, and that's what I'm painting here.
I'm sorry?
Which way should I face?
Face me.
And for Jason Schlossberg, the flowers presented a unique opportunity to get creative.
It's kind of a not-so-hidden treasure of Maryland, so it's absolutely beautiful, and you have a narrow opportunity to do a couple weeks here each year. It's like the golden of the cherry blossoms. So I wanted to get out here and do something a little bit different, get some fashion models, show off some fashion, and just have a nice contrast to the golden sunflowers. You gotta be real careful not to hurt the sunflowers. I'm a big fan of just finding the most iconic spots of DC. I mean, you have your monuments, you have the cherry blossoms. I think this is one of those iconic spots that are unique to DC, and as you know, there's a lot of photographers that come out here every year. Instagram is flooded with pictures. You know, I noticed that a lot of the pictures though are of either their friends or the environment. I want to bring some more human element into some more fashion. That's what my idea was.
And though the state of Maryland wants you to enjoy the beautiful blooms, it's important to remember the reason they are there.
We understand people want to get pictures in the sunflowers, but we do ask people to limit how far in they go, because with all the activity, wildlife isn't going to use these fields. So if we can keep people on the periphery of these fields, the birds and the insects will utilize the interior of the fields as well. And that is our primary focus for these fields, is for wildlife.
Before making the trek to Poolesville, you can check the status of the blooms by visiting the live camera on the McKee Beshers website. In Poolesville, I'm Susan Kenedy for County Cable Montgomery.